Good afternoon, this is Ron Brown. This is another one of my short videos. It's 12 minutes until the market close on Thursday, the 21st of April. And it's a brutal day in the market, a brutal reversal day. I'm going to bring up Thinkorswim here, the main chart, and this is the composite index. It gapped open sharply this morning and traded up around 300 points, I believe, at the high of the day, and then there was a huge intraday reversal. Support has been taken out. Who knows where this will end? It was holding up. It was holding the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, but that's clearly broken, and it's heading for the 78.6, and this rally could, well, it's not really a rally beginning from here, but this could be headed much lower. We just don't know. The surprise was the intraday reversal today because it started out so strongly and then it just continued to deteriorate. If you look over here, you can see it's down 304 points right now. The Dow, let's see, what is that percentage? 2.27. The Dow, which was strong yesterday, down 1.24. The S&P 400 is down 2%. The 500 is down 1.66. 600 is down 1.80, so it's a brutal day. And this is after after Tesla reported very strong earnings, and you can see what happened here. Those who chased the pre-market gap got up to 1091, it looks like, and it's currently trading at 10497. So even exceptional earnings do nothing in a market that is being totally overwhelmed. Now I want to show you something using HGSI. First, I'm going to go into my industry groups and I'll rebuild the indexes in that group. What it's doing, it's updating the industry groups with current data. Okay, and I'll just click into the industries, and then I'm going to go to my HGSI index analysis, and you can see that there are only, 11 indexes up, and there are 164 down, and the ones that are up, if I sort on industry percentage price change, the airlines are up, surprisingly, tobacco, insurance. Let's see, anything else that really stands out? The surprise is the airlines, but you can see that the gaps that were chased this morning, it looks like they are not panning out, and the index is now closing near the low of the day. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to change to the index group and then go to my number 6. This is a percentage price change for stocks that are up in the airlines. And you can see that all of these stocks are up. So there was some strength today. You could have traded these, but you'd be chasing gaps, it looks like, on all of them. Look at that reversal on American. Chasing the gaps would have been a losing proposition on all of these stocks, it looks like. You can tell that by looking at the intraday range. Even though Hawaiian is up $3.52 or 3.52%, it's at 0.5% of its daily range. So a chase here up to here and a reversal would have been a losing trade unless you were already in the stock. As I flip through these charts, I notice that these are mostly really loose charts too. Loose charts are very tough to trade. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to go into my designer. I'm going to update or rebuild my user smart groups. Okay, let's go into the designer. It's not quite finished. Okay, I believe it is now. Close those industries again. Going into my user smart groups. Now I've renamed some of these groups today in the end of day, and I'll put those up on the server for tomorrow. But I'm most interested here in the intraday bullish. And I showed the end of day, I believe, yesterday, the intraday price up, fan up, top 100. So these are the stocks that are up today in this terrible market. And you can see the percentage one-day change right here. And let's see what's in here. REITs, packaged food, utilities, oil and gas, but dominated by packaged food and REITs. Now, let's compare some of these charts to the charts that we looked at in the airlines. Now, this is a stock that sold off hard, but notice that it crossed the 3, crossed the 6 back here, and stayed there until right at this point. It dipped down, but it took off again. Now, I'm going to change charts. I'm going to go to my undercut and rally charts, because this shows where the stock started becoming under accumulation, and then the 3 and 6 crossover. Under accumulation on this light green bar, here was the crossover. Let's look at some of these other charts. Nucor. You can see the crossovers clearly on here. And notice the fan, how the 200, the 100, the 50, and the 18 are spread apart, and the 3 is above the 6. Very strong charts. This is what we're looking for, especially in a market like this. These the charts, the stocks that are loose and beaten down, it just doesn't work in these markets. You need to be buying strength if you're playing the long side. Here's the Dow, not as nice a chart. Here's Altria. You would expect money to flow into Altria on a day like this. Uncertainty, stocks, let's see, what do they pay? 6.4% dividend yield. Pretty decent chart. You can see it's been choppier though. There pullbacks, accumulation, crossovers, pullbacks, accumulation, crossover. That's a loose chart. Philip Morris came down hard, but it was under accumulation here, and then it crossed over. It's been moving up from around the $92 area. I'm going to look at 2 more charts. Steel Dynamics. This is a nice trending chart with a fan in place, several pullbacks and entry points on here. And I'll finish up with Kraft. You can see it moved up sharply. Expansion, contraction, expansion to the downside, accumulation. You can see several days of accumulation. Then the crossover, the fan started widening out as this stock moved higher. That's it for today. Just if you have to trade the long side of this market, try to find stocks that are in an uptrend, and the fan is pulling apart. In other words, the moving averages are pulling apart, and you'll have better luck doing that. Look at the group line up here also. Thanks for listening.